The first punch landed before Marcus Reed even realized the door had closed behind him. Pain flashed white across his jaw, sharp and immediate, snapping his head sideways. He staggered back, boots scraping against concrete, instincts kicking in faster than thought. He raised his arms just in time to block the second strike, forearms screaming as knuckles slammed into bone. Still slow, a voice said. Marcus recognized it instantly. "Evan," he muttered. The storage unit smelled like oil and rust. A single bulb swung above them, throwing shadows that stretched and shrank with every movement. Evan Reed stood a few feet away, shoulders loose, eyes steady. His younger brother, the one Marcus had buried 8 years ago, or thought he had. Evan lunged again. Marcus ducked, countered with a short hook to the ribs. Evan grunted but did not back away. Instead, he smiled. "You came alone," Evan said, circling. "I told them you would." Marcus wiped blood from his lip with the back of his hand. "You dragged me here with half-truths and old photos. What did you expect?" "I expected you to fight," Evan said. That part never changed. They crashed into each other again. Fists, elbows, breath coming hard. This was not street chaos. It was practiced, personal. Every move carried memory. Every block came from nights training together in their father's garage, when punches were lessons and bruises meant discipline. Marcus slipped, caught Evan's arm, twisted. Evan spun free, kicked low. Marcus barely jumped in time. "Why fake your death?" Marcus demanded, breath ragged. "Do you have any idea what that did to Mom?" Evan's expression flickered. "Just once. She's alive," Evan said. "That's what matters." Marcus froze for half a second. That was enough. Evan slammed him into a stack of crates. Wood cracked. The bulb swung wildly now, throwing the room into chaos. "You walked away," Evan continued. "You chose your badge, your rules. I stayed. I paid the price." Marcus shoved him back. "You vanished. I searched for you. Not hard enough." Silence fell between them, broken only by the hum of the light. Evan stepped back, raised his hand slowly. "Relax. If I wanted you dead, you wouldn't be standing." "That's comforting," Marcus said dryly. Evan glanced toward the door. "We don't have long." "Then talk," Marcus said. "Start explaining." Evan exhaled and leaned against a crate. He looked older than Marcus remembered. Harder. The boyish edge was gone, replaced by something sharper. "I didn't die," Evan said. "I was erased." Marcus's jaw tightened. "By who?" "People who needed a ghost," Evan replied. "And I was stupid enough to say yes." The words settled heavy. "You're involved in something," Marcus said. "Something big." Evan nodded. "Bigger than you know. Bigger than me." Marcus thought of the encrypted message that had pulled him back to this city. The photo of their childhood home, taken 3 days ago. The message that read only, "She's not safe." "You said Mom is alive," Marcus said. "Where is she?" Evan hesitated. "That's not an answer," Marcus snapped. "She's protected," Evan said finally. "For now." "For now." Marcus stepped forward. "You don't get to play games with her life." "I didn't start this," Evan said sharply. "But I might end it." Before Marcus could respond, the sound of tires screeching outside cut through the air. Evan's head snapped toward the door. "Time's up," he said. The storage unit door rattled as something heavy slammed against it. Marcus reached for his weapon, then stopped. He was off duty, unarmed. Evan noticed, tossed him a compact pistol from inside his jacket. "Still can't leave home without backup," Marcus said. "Still can't stop being predictable," Evan replied. The door burst inward. 3 men rushed in. Black jackets. No insignia. Faces blank with purpose. Everything erupted at once. Marcus dove behind a crate as gunfire shredded wood. Splinters exploded around him. He rolled, came up firing. One man dropped, shoulder screaming as he fell. Evan moved like a shadow. Fast. Controlled. He disarmed one attacker, slammed him into the wall, then fired twice without looking. Another body hit the ground. The third man hesitated. That was his mistake. Marcus tackled him, drove him down hard. The man struggled, but Evan was already there, knee-pinning him in place. "Who sent you?" Evan demanded. The man laughed through blood. "You already know." Evan's face hardened. He struck once. Clean. Final. Silence returned, thick and heavy. Marcus stood slowly, adrenaline still buzzing. "You're deep in this," he said. Evan wiped his hands. Deep enough that coming back from the dead was the safer option. Sirens wailed faintly in the distance. "Police are coming," Marcus said. "If they find you, they won't." Evan interrupted. You will. Marcus looked at him sharply. What? Evan stepped closer. Eyes serious now. No jokes. No edge. You're going to help me, Evan said. Because if you don't, Mom dies. Marcus felt something cold settle in his chest. You don't get to threaten me with family, he said quietly. I don't, Evan replied. They do. He pulled out a phone and held it up. On the screen was a live feed. Their mother sat in a small room, hands folded in her lap. Calm, unaware. Marcus's breath caught. Tell me everything, Marcus said. Evan nodded once. Then we run. Outside, sirens grew louder. And somewhere in the city, forces already in motion began closing in on both brothers, tied together by blood, secrets, and a fight that was never really over. They did not run together at first. Marcus slipped out the back of the storage unit, moving on instinct, keeping low as red and blue lights washed the alley walls. Evan went the opposite direction, melting into darkness with the ease of someone who had learned how to disappear for a living. They regrouped 4 blocks away, inside an abandoned laundromat that smelled of dust and old soap. The machines were silent, doors hanging open like empty mouths. Evan locked the entrance, checked the windows, then finally turned to face Marcus. You still trust me? Evan asked. Marcus did not answer immediately. He stared at his brother, really looked at him this time. The way Evan stood, the way his eyes never stopped scanning. I trust the facts, Marcus said. And right now, the only fact I care about is our mother is being held by someone who thinks you useful. Evan nodded. That's fair. He pulled a folded map from his jacket and spread it across a washing machine. It showed the city grid, marked with red lines and circles. This isn't random, Evan said. It's a private security network operating under a legitimate front. They recruit ex-military, ex-intelligence. People who know how to clean up problems quietly. And you worked for them, Marcus said. I worked for myself, Evan corrected. They thought they owned me. I made sure they couldn't. Marcus studied the markings. Why now? Because I took something, Evan said. Something they can't afford to lose. Marcus looked up. What? Evan hesitated. Just long enough. A ledger, he said. Digital. Names, routes, payments. Proof. Marcus felt a familiar anger rise. You didn't think to come to me before stealing from a private army. I knew you'd try to do it by the book, Evan said. And the book doesn't cover this. Marcus clenched his jaw. Where is the ledger? Evan tapped his temple. Memorized. Split into pieces. Stored offline. They can't force it out of me without killing me. Then why keep Mom alive? Marcus asked. Leverage, Evan replied. For you. The word landed hard. Marcus stepped forward, voice low. You used her. I protected her, Evan shot back. The moment I disappeared, they would have gone after her anyway. This way, she's guarded, fed, watched. Alive. Marcus wanted to hit him. Instead, he breathed. You're asking me to betray my badge, Marcus said. I'm asking you to save our family, Evan replied. The sound of an engine outside cut them both off. Evan's head snapped up. We've been found. Already, Marcus said. They moved fast. Gunfire shattered the front windows. Glass exploded inward. Marcus dragged Evan down behind a row of machines as bullets tore through metal. Back exit, Marcus shouted. They ran. The alley behind the laundromat was narrow, cluttered with dumpsters and fire escapes. Evan climbed first, pulling Marcus up just as footsteps thundered below. They moved across rooftops, leaping gaps, breath burning, the city unfolding beneath them like a maze. At the 7th block, Evan stopped. Here, he said, forcing open a rusted door. They descended into a stairwell that led to an underground parking structure. Evan led them to an unmarked van, punched a code into the door, and climbed inside. Marcus slid into the passenger seat. You planned this too? Evan started the engine. Always. They drove without speaking for several minutes. Finally, Marcus said, I can't protect you from this forever. I don't need forever, Evan replied. Just tonight. They stopped beneath an overpass where the city noise drowned everything else. Evan killed the engine and turned to Marcus. There's a handoff happening in 90 minutes, Evan said. If it goes through, the ledger becomes useless. If we stop it, their entire operation collapses. And Mom? Marcus asked. Evan met his eyes. She's at the handoff site. Marcus's blood ran cold. They're using her as insurance, Evan continued. If I show up alone, they kill her. If I don't show up, they kill her. And if we show up together? Marcus asked. Evan smiled grimly. Then things get complicated. Marcus reached for his phone, paused, then turned it off. "No backup," he said. "If I call this in, she dies." Evan nodded. "That's why I called you." They arrived at the site just before midnight. An industrial shipping yard, empty except for one lit warehouse and a line of black SUVs. Marcus scoped the area, noting guards, positions, escape routes. "You still remember how to clear a room?" Evan asked. "I never forgot," Marcus replied. They split. Marcus moved along the perimeter, silent, methodical. He took down 2 guards without firing a shot. Evan slipped inside through a side entrance. Inside, the warehouse smelled of oil and salt. Their mother sat tied to a chair near the center, calm, composed, eyes closed. Marcus's chest tightened. A man stepped forward from the shadows. Tall, gray-haired, expensive coat. "Marcus Reed," the man said. "I was wondering when you'd arrive." Marcus raised his weapon. "Let her go." The man smiled. "You always did choose the direct approach." Evan emerged behind him, gun trained on the man's back. "Game's over," Evan said. The man laughed. "No, it's just begun." The lights cut out. Chaos erupted. Gunfire. Shouts. Marcus moved on instinct, shielding his mother as bullets tore through the darkness. Evan fought like someone with nothing left to lose. When the lights snapped back on, bodies littered the floor. The man in the coat lay bleeding, Evan's boot on his chest. "Call them off," Evan said. The man coughed, blood on his lips. "You think this ends with me?" Evan looked to Marcus. Marcus nodded once. Evan fired. Silence followed. They untied their mother. She touched Evan's face gently, tears finally falling. "I knew you were alive," she whispered. Sirens sounded again, closer this time. Marcus took a breath. "This is where we separate." Evan nodded. "I figured. You can't stay," Marcus continued. "But I can make sure she's safe." Evan hugged their mother tightly, then stepped back. He looked at Marcus. "You were never slow," he said. "You were just careful." Marcus watched his brother disappear into the night, once more a ghost. As the police arrived, Marcus stood between his mother and the flashing lights, knowing one truth clearly now. Some fights are not about running away. They are about running toward what matters, even when everything burns behind you. And blood, once spilled for family, never really dries.